So you're looking to move to St. George, Utah. Well, you're not alone. St. George is growing in popularity and for good reason. But like all cities, St. George isn't a perfect place. My name's Tyler Bennett. I'm with the St. George real estate team. I grew up here in St. George, and today I'm going to break down the pros and cons of living in St. George so that if you're looking to move here, you can get an idea if St. George is a good fit for you. Hey, if this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about life in St. George, Utah, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to learn about the current market here in St. George, Utah. Whether you're looking to move in 10 days or 100 days, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, or schedule a video call today. Now let's get started. Let's get started with one of the biggest reasons people are moving to St. George, and that's the scenery. St. George is home to some of the most breathtaking red rock landscapes in the country. Whether you love hiking, mountain biking, exploring, or just soaking in the views, St. George truly is an outdoor lover's paradise. I took this for granted until I went and lived on the East Coast for a couple years. The East Coast is great, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but once I came back to St. George, I realized how truly unique St. George is with these red rock landscapes and the big mountains behind it. It truly is a beautiful place. So here's the trade-off. Summer is hot. I'm talking triple-digit temperatures from June all the way into September. So if you're not a fan of extreme heat, this could be a big deal breaker for you. The good news is we have AC nowadays. I can't imagine the people who first settled St. George. I don't know how they lasted through one summer. We also have plenty of pools, indoor activities. We have lots of lakes. So there's lots to do during the summer still here in St. George. Another huge plus is St. George is consistently ranked as one of the safest cities in all of Utah. Crime rates are low, and you still have sort of a small town feel here in St. George where people look out for each other. It's a great place to raise a family, for retirees, really for anyone looking for a secure environment. I grew up here in St. George. St. George has grown a lot in that time, but St. George still is a really safe place. Now let's talk about affordability. St. George used to be what you could consider was a hidden gem for affordability. That's not necessarily the case anymore. St. George home prices have skyrocketed over the past several years, like many places. While St. George's cost of living is still much lower than a lot of places in California or even northern Utah, you should still expect a very competitive market in St. George if you're looking to buy or rent. If you hate shoveling snow, you'll love St. George. St. George has mild winters with the daytime temperature often being in the 50s and 60s. You can spend a good day golfing in December while many of your friends up north are going to be shoveling snow, all bundled up and hitting golf balls off frozen ice. And if you still need a little bit of snow in your life, you can head up to Bryan Head. It's just a short drive away. Get your snow fix in, go skiing, snowboarding, sledding, whatever it is you want to do in the snow, and then come back and enjoy a nice day in St. George. So St. George does have limited job opportunities. If you're looking for high-paying fields like tech, finance, something like that, there are limited opportunities. There are a lot of jobs in healthcare, tourism, retail, things like that. I would say in 10 years, this won't be as big of a problem for St. George. St. George is becoming sort of a tech hub. We're getting a lot of tech companies coming here. We have several big tech companies that started here that are driving that. So in 10 years, this won't be a major problem for St. George, I'm predicting. But right now, there still are limited job opportunities here in St. George. One of the things that people love about St. George who live here is that small town vibe that St. George still carries. St. George has a more relaxed lifestyle. It's not as fast paced as some of these other big cities. St. George has a lot of fun things like farmers market, flea markets, festivals. There's all sorts of things like that that bring the community out. You get to know people and you just get to enjoy St. George as a whole. With that being said, keep in mind that St. George isn't a bustling metropolis. It's not a huge city. So if you're looking for high-end shopping, vibrant nightlife, or Major League Sports, you might feel a little bit limited living in St. George. While St. George has plenty to offer, it doesn't have a lot of those amenities that big cities offer. So if you want things like that, you'll have to go to Las Vegas, which is only a couple hours away, or up to Salt Lake, which is just a couple hours more to get amenities like those big cities offer. One huge perk of living in St. George is clean, fresh air. Unlike a lot of urban areas that suffer from smog and pollution problems, St. George has high quality air conditions nearly year round. So if you value spending time outdoors in pristine air conditions, this is a great benefit for you. If you spend a lot of time in northern Utah and then you come down to St. George, you recognize a difference in air quality. A lot of people that I've worked with that have moved from other places, one of the things they always say is it's so amazing to be able to go outside and feel like you're breathing in clean, fresh air. Here's an important consideration, and that's water. St. George is growing rapidly, and St. George is in a desert. So water conservation is a major issue. As the population of St. George expands, you can expect more restrictions with water and water conservation to be a major discussion point throughout St. George. It's definitely something to keep in mind if you're planning to make a long-term move here to St. George. With that being said, I was part of a water board presentation, and they laid out a lot of big plans and big projects they have that really are going to resolve a lot of this problem. But we do live in a desert, so it's definitely something to consider, especially with the rate St. George is growing. So is St. George a perfect place for you? It really depends what you're after. If you love outdoors, sunshine, relaxed lifestyle, and clean air, this could be the ideal place for you. But if you're after a cooler summer, booming job market, and big city amenities, then St. George might not be the place for you. As always, if you're looking to move in 10 days or 100 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a video call today. And until then, we hope to show you around town.